coming to you from the corner with the radiator. It's day 6 and it's time for a quick strike! Hello and welcome back to the Dohyo here on Mr. JWags channel. Today is a quick strike, a small, amuse-bouche, tapa-sized episode where we go over the Basho in progress and start talking about our favorites. So, of course, spoiler alert through day 6 of the March 2023 Basho. If you have not watched through day 6 of the March 2023 tournament, stop, watch it, and return to us. Alright, this one's been interesting. Now, I thought this one was going to be a largely Sanyaku-based tournament, where I thought the Sanyaku was going to sort of like rise to the cream of the crop of wrestlers, as it were. But that has not necessarily been the case. We have a leaderboard of 3 still undefeated Rikishi: Komusubi Daisho and Maegashira's Midori Fuji and Takakeisho. Now, of course, I called for Takakeisho to have a great tournament, so I'm not entirely surprised. But Takakeisho has looked really, really good so far. So hopefully he's going to keep that up today against Midori Fuji, one of the other undefeated wrestlers. Now, I love Midori Fuji. I love the spirit of Midori Fuji. I love the Katsukashi he laid on Endo today. But I do not think that if he gets aggressively promoted down the stretch, he is going to hold up that well. So I do not see Midori Fuji Yusho in the future, but I could be wrong. I'd love to see him get up to 10 wins. Now, Komusubi Daisho, of course, he has won a tournament before. The last time he started 6-0, he won a Yusho. We will see. As of late, he had some hot starts. He had a hot start last tournament, ended up 10-5. It does not take a lot of losses to fall by the wayside, but right now things are looking great for Daisho. And we have 3 Maegashira, 1 loss behind at 5-1. Kotoeko, not that worried about. Like I said, I'm a Midori Fuji. If he starts getting promoted aggressively in the final 5 days, I don't see him hanging with the upper crew. Nishiki Fuji, I expected to do pretty well. I thought he was a little overranked last tournament, got smacked down pretty hard. I think now he is in the lower Maegashira ranks where he is going to do very, very well. I also expect more than double-digit wins out of him at this point. And Abi, our surprise November winner. He's up in the joy. He's facing a full Sanyaku slate, in theory. He has already beaten 3 Sanyaku opponents, and his only loss is Kiribayama. Abi's looking really solid this tournament. Possible Abi Yusho 2? We have a whole mess of people at 4-2. We're not going to go through all of them. Kiribayama at 4-2 is doing very well, but he looked a little hurt today after his match, so I'm a little worried about that. But hopefully he continues to stay strong and fight for the rest of the tournament. I still see him being the cream of the Sekiwake crop, but the crop of Sekiwake has not been doing quite as well as I had hoped. Basho does not look his best right now. I do not expect him to be in Yusho contention down the stretch. And Waka Takakage, whew. 1-5. There are reports of Waka Takakage getting injured in the practice run-up to the tournament. Injured actually sparring with Asanoyama. So we all thought Waka Takakage was feeling better. Evidently not. So if this seems to be the case, perhaps he might want to think of Kyujo rather than finishing out with like 2 extra wins. But hey, 2 extra wins helps the demotion picture. And of course, with our 6-0s, we also seem to have some 0-6s with us. Azumaryu, I feel bad about this because in the last tournament, he ended up getting his very first Kachikoshi in the top division, and then surprisingly, he was promoted and has not been doing very well. I don't know if he's hurt or if he's just sort of outclassed at the moment, but Azumaryu, see what you can do from here on out. Ichi Yamamoto, or as we call him, store brand Abi. Not having the best tournament so far, 0-6. Perhaps if Abi's getting all the wins for that body type, there are none left for Ichi Yamamoto. Sorry. And our last 0-6, Maegashira Kota Shoho, future Yokozuna Kota Shoho. Ooh, alright, I have no idea what's going on with him right now. I have to assume that he is hurt in some fashion. Either that or he is just really outclassed right now, which is surprising considering how good he looked in the last tournament. Kota Shoho has looked straight up bad. I mean, he's had a few matches where he's been in it and still lost, but all of the matches have still been lost at this point. I'm worried about his Kachikoshi at this point. We will see what happens, but anyone who had Kota Shoho getting another Junyusho, I do not see it happening this time. In fact, mathematically, I think it's impossible. And our defending champ and Yokozuna hopeful, Takakeisho, is 3-3. I really didn't want to expect this, but yeah, this is what I was sort of afraid of. I was afraid we were going to get a tournament not where we had Takakeisho fighting for a rope, but instead we have him fighting to get 8 wins so he doesn't go Kataban next tournament. He does not look 100%. I'm just hoping he gets to 8 and can continue on from here with another Yokozuna run in the near future, maybe. For those of you not following Juryo, check that out. Our current leader is 6-0 Ichi Nojo, the former champion, who of course got suspended due to things and ended up having to go down to Juryo. He looks great. There was talk of him having surgery. I thought that might hurt him. Evidently, the surgery has fixed whatever has been the physical problem with Ichi Nojo, and he looks stunningly good right now. Also want to bring up Asanoyama, 5-1 at Juryo 1. Also want to bring up Mitoryu, 2-4 at Maegashira 17. Now, I understand that, rankings exist for a reason, and of course we can't just place our favorites in the divisions we want them to. They have to earn it, but we're talking literally 1/2 rank of difference between the two of them. And the Bansuke committee couldn't have figured out that Asanoyama was probably going to do a lot better in Makauchi than Mitoryu might. I was just like, this could have been a tournament for Asanoyama to, start his Ozeki run, to start his upper mobility. But nah, he's just going to hang out at Juryo 1. Even though he's clearly one of the top 42 wrestlers in Grand Sumo. So, yay. Whew, that was salty, and I didn't even do a salt throw today. This Basho's starting to heat up. I'll see you after day 10 or 11 with another quick strike.